that's funny.
Technology. So we are back for another episode of Screenshot Experience, and I'm excited so far on what we talked about. Really dived into some of the dangers, media. Kind of dark a little bit. We kind of been a little dark. So today I kind of want to lighten the mood and really get into the humane aspect that we're missing with technology, basically, the human interaction, which I feel like is so important for real, right? So the other day, I got to tell y'all, I told Jasmine, I always got to tell you a little story, because I like interacting with people personally. But I went to Walmart the other day, shout out to Walmart, and I had, went up to the register, and as I was going up, it was a woman there, and I could already feel the energy a little bit, like she was a little antsy. I looked around with no other, shorter lines. I was already there. I didn't want her to see me, leave the line. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to stay. Go up to the register, hey, ma'am, how you doing today? I greeted her first. The first thing she said was, oh, my boyfriend dumped me. So I'm like, now, initially I'm like,
You didn't ask her for an actual response.
I didn't ask her. I just, hey, how you doing? And she just, but I knew, her energy was antsy. I just knew. So I had to make a decision in that moment. Do I just do the general, oh, wow, that sucks, and ignore her, basically, just, ring me up, or do I actually engage? Because right in this moment right now, she's looking for some sort of connection. Mm-hmm. She's looking for something, and it had to be me for whatever reason. I don't know how long she was at work that day or anything, but she just blurted out. So I actually stood for a second and let her talk and just kind of get it off and kind of explain what happened, gave her some advice. I'm even bagging my groceries at this point while she's talking. You know what? Just go ahead and rest on the register. Let me talk to you and listen to what's going on with you. Once we were done, she, asked my name and things like that. And she was just like, well, I'm not going to hug you, regulation, but you really made my day. You really made me feel better. Wow. And all I'm thinking is, wow, I could have easily blew her off and just been like, ring me up, do your job, quote unquote. But the basis of human interaction is making somebody feel seen. Mm-hmm. And that was a moment of me allowing her to feel seen. Let me give you some advice, because I've been there before. I've been dumped before. And then you went to work. I know you was hot that you had to come to work today. So that's something relatable. How could I not, relate to her in that moment? So I want to just open this episode up really to talk to y'all about human interaction and human connection. And when was the last time that you actually connected with somebody like that you didn't know?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Wow, that is good.
That was dope.
That's good.
That was first.
I hit it on the head right
there. Good segue there. She's a real journalist.
Yeah, we know George love a story.
Okay. Yeah. I hit your emotions on that a little bit, didn't I?
I think for me, people see me from my Facebook page and they interact with me and they try to interact. And sometimes I'll be like, I don't want to talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But to your point, you do have to break out of that mindset. Like, well, we just on the move. Sometimes you got to stop and just talk to people, because it is important. And I never valued that. I always just go. I don't know you. I'm going to talk to you like that. Hey, thank you. Give me a hug. God bless you. But some people want to talk, so that is
what
good.
about the people who don't know who you are? Like when you walk into a sandwich shop and somebody doesn't know who you are, you're the type of person to go above and beyond to start a conversation with somebody. Or are you like, hey, how you doing?
I feel the energy out though. Like she said, I usually can feel the energy. Like, what up? I'm always going, what's good? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Y'all good? All right now. They ask you, how you doing? I'm trying to make it, brother, trying to make it. And that usually starts the conversation, you know what I mean? They like, well, you gonna make it, boy. And I'll be like, you gonna make it, and then, so yeah.
It's funny, so with human interaction, I'm really big on it, especially with local people. Mm-hmm. Like if I go to the same gas station every day, I'm gonna, even if I don't know your name, we're gonna have something to talk, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's this one girl that works at the gas station down the street, and me, personally, when I listen to somebody, I'll be like, I'm the type of person who does that. So, we'll have conversations and I do that. And she don't even know my name, but when I walk in, she'll just be like, You know what I'm saying? And, stuff like that to me is, so valuable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It makes my day. I walk in and, I'm just smiling walking out the door. You know what I'm saying? It's because of human interaction.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I think that's so powerful. First of all, the story was so powerful because I was ready to answer until you said somebody that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because I got people who walk up and down the street I go all the time. I just went to an event recently with Dwayne Springs. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Springs.
Yeah, shout out to Springs.
And just seeing, community leaders and whatnot. And often when we say how you doing, we don't mean for you to go
Right,
into
No,
that.
no, no.
Everything good? I'm good. That's where you
Right.
stop. But if you go further, no, man, I just got shot the other day. Like,
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
And so we have to get back to that community connection, what you said so powerful, because I was just reading up on neurons, and it says like it's a mental thing, connection, the connection piece is, because if somebody smiles at you, there's a study that shows that your neurons actually are a mirror. So that smile, your brain internalizes that. So you end up smiling on the inside. Just from somebody smiling at you.
Yeah.
So the brain is not wired just for information, it's wired for connection. And so when we lose that connectability, I think about COVID.
Yes.
When we had, we were isolated, and it did something mentally to so many people, stats show it, but just being like isolated from your wife or whoever you're with them. But some people were alone in their apartments. Some people were, you had that connectability. You couldn't go to church, where people have said statistically, if you do go in a social atmosphere like church, you live longer. And so people weren't going. People were actually, it was affecting people. To this day, there's still trauma from that, from COVID. And so isolation, like somebody incarcerated, if somebody is put in isolation, or they have even like they call it 23-1, where you get out your cell at least 1 hour a day. Okay, I remember that. And you may not have gone to segregation, but not being able to talk to somebody for 23 hours a day, just sit there. And it says, studies show that the brain begins to turn on itself. And that's why you have mental issues. Because, again, the brain is wired for connectivity. And when these phones and stuff, when we got that, now it's like, again, going back to your point, how you doing means just say I'm good.
Exactly.
And let me move on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we do have to get back to that, like, how you really doing?
Right.
Or connecting to people, looking them in the eye, and having a conversation. That's eye contact. Looking them.
I'm big on that.
Yeah, like I know as a journalist, you got it. Because you gotta.
I'm sorry, you just gave me a really good question. What is the difference between human? Because obviously the human interaction in jail, obviously your personality, you might have murdered somebody, but is there a big difference in the human interaction since you got out, seeing how people react versus when you were in jail? Like, what is that difference? Wow. Good and bad, because obviously it could be good and bad.
I'm gonna say this: when you're in an isolated situation like that, it could even be military. Everybody, the way we're wired, we conform, and even if we have different things we were locked up for or whatever, or you're a part of a different, we all in the same group. We all wearing our blues, so we have something in common, even externally, that makes us connect. When you get out here, there's no connectivity unless we from the same neighborhood like that or whatever. So I face, this may sound crazy, but I face more judgment out here than in prison. I was more free in prison than
That's
out
what
here.
I was wondering too.
And so the connectivity is different because we conform to everybody looking alike. At least, even if I don't like you from a different neighborhood, you did something I don't like that you did, whatever, I'm still gonna play chess with you because we all got time. We all look the same.
Wow.
Commonality connects
We
them.
had, so it's important if you don't look like me out here, now I hate you. Because I can't identify with you.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
It's crazy because sometimes I get exhausted with human interaction, so it's kind of the opposite. Like, because I know that when I go outside, if I go to a certain, last night I went to 1119 to get some greens. 7 people, hey, Desi, oh my God, I just came to get some greens, and then now I gotta talk to this person, then I gotta smile, and then I gotta watch my smile, because if you fade the wrong way, then people say you is being fake or something like that. Boom. It's crazy, George, because you said something, because I was locked up. I was in the hospital, and like, it's crazy. It felt like incarceration.
Wow.
I got a cousin, my cousin, he be calling me from jail, and I hate people call you from jail, because like, they life kind of stops. And they always like, well, what you got going on?
Yeah.
And it's like, naturally, what you got going on? And they don't got nothing going on.
Where you at?
And so he called me when I was in the hospital, and I picked up, and I was having a bad day because it's crazy you say that, George. My mind started to turn on me as I was in there for weeks. I got into it with my mom. I got into it with my sister. I got into it with everybody. I just turned on them and was like, forget y'all. And I just went through a whole like trauma segment where everybody fell out with everybody else. Because I was in the hospital miserable. So boom, when I picked up the phone for him, I'm like, yo, cuz, for the first time, I understand you. I said, I be dodging your calls, but now I understand. Like, I said, you know, when you get that phone call and somebody say they're going to do something for you, I see how serious it is, because right now I'm in the hospital and my mom and them said they was pulling up. Ain't nobody pulled up yet.
Wow.
So I said, I done cussed everybody out, you know what I'm saying? Because it means so much more to me, because I can't do nothing for myself right now. So I'm like,